like what else was like the first sort of few things that you got paid for where you felt like, all right, this could be a business? Like,
So once I got to a point where I was starting to really like my editing style and I was starting to get a little bit more comfortable directing people, that's whenever I started charging, and I believe it was $100. And I was I was
okay,
charging $100 and giving back I think like 80 photos, which is insane. But that's what I was doing. And I did that for probably around like 6 to 8 months. And then I will say I'm very fortunate that I do have a great amount of friends. I have a great community. Because also during this time I was still living in Magnolia, and so I knew a lot of people. So my
gotcha,
name was getting around pretty well, and so it got to a point I was starting to get almost too many people to where I couldn't keep up, especially with having to edit 80 photos and doing like just getting paid $100. It was starting to get to a point like I'm doing so much work for very little pay. So then I upped my prices to, I don't even know, I think 250, and then I lowered my image count to I think like 50 photos. So now at this point I'm a little over a year, maybe right around a year into my business.
okay,
So now I'm charging 250, giving back 50 photos. And yeah, and from there my name just kept spreading around, kept growing. And
gotcha,
so like I every year I set a goal for myself. So my first year was building my portfolio, marketing, advertising, just getting my name out there. My goal for my second year was networking. So but I during my second year, I didn't network the way I was supposed to. Over time, I've kind of learned like, oh, like I networked good enough, but I didn't network the way that I network now. So during
gotcha,
that second year, I was doing more styled shoots, networking with other vendors, which also in turn helped get my name around and put me on some people's vendors list and all of that. And then going on to my third year, by this point, I'm charging 375 and giving back 30 photos.